kick it and go, kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, go. Sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go, kick it and go. Sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go.
Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball, soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them out, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do, sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew, you need a win, who need a win, that's all we do, I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine, they running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them.
With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, go. Sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, go. Sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First carry for Dalvin Cook, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, it's Brady. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater sets up the screen to Gordon. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. To throw, Bridgewater. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. That good for 22 and a first down.
First down, Cardinals.
Wait, that. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds him and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 16. Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Throwing. Bridgewater. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 46 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. K.J. Hamler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
23 yards on the play.
First down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Handoff comes to Cook, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Alvin Cook, the ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
At the 35-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cowboys 7, Cardinals nothing.
And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Shotgun now for Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT.
By the Cardinals.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. A rare pick six thrown by Tom Brady. He'd thrown only 14 regular season pick sixes in his career coming into this season. A couple others in the playoffs, the one to Robert Alford in Super Bowl 51. And you might remember the Titans' Logan Ryan doing it late in the wild card round loss a season ago. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
2 yards.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Brady. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
First down, Cardinals.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Cook, the ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Brady. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Brady. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. From the gun, Brady. Open man is Kirk, complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And
The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Brady to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Bridgewater. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
They'll take over.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by David Long. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
On third down, Bridgewater. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, tight down. There you go. Mike 5-4. Ready?
Bridgewater again. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
For a Cowboy.
An effective 7-yard third down conversion. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller.
Brady's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. The final shot before half for Brady. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
at their own 21-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Throwing deep for Galladay. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Brady. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
The ball carrier.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gordon, and he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 38.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Bridgewater. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 12. Bridgewater. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
10 yards.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. 8 yards.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Gordon, the ball carrier.
You know that old expression, it's not my night?
The 4-yard line.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Prater on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Brady now on first down. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your number 1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Brady. And oh, look at that, a diving catch.
Complete.
16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Arizona.
On first down, Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for Darren.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
For Christian Kirk.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And he's got Lockett. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Brady's throw there complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. But that was well executed.
Randy Bullock set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now the 2nd down throw on target. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Bridgewater. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. following the penalty. Here's Gordon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
Made the tackle.
Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the return will stop right around the 25. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected?
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Brady. He's going to let it fly. It got his his man, complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
29 yards.
Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Coleman. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Shotgun now for Brady. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
A quick throw by Bridgewater, that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Good for a Cowboy.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there, a jumbo package look. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward,